Ericsson Stadium, where the Club Challenge final will be held, and Auckland is at home to St Helens.
Kieran Cunningham, he is the current Great Britain hooker. He'll be wearing the number 9, Kieran Cunningham. He is one of the best hooker forwards in the world today, and another player who had an outstanding game. In fact, he must have been very close to being the man of the match on a losing side against Cronulla. So the Saints, a lot to play for here tonight, but no doubt the Warriors will start favourite. They were on fire in that game last Sunday against Bradford. So they're on a high, the Auckland Warriors. They certainly start as favourites tonight. If they can repeat the performance that they turned in here last Sunday, then they will win. But of course, as we mentioned, they have lost here. Rapati pulling a hamstring at training. Stephen Clark blows time on. Matthew Ridge puts the ball in play. One of the other changes too for St Helens, that man who took the ball from the kickoff, Steve Prescott, with the ball lost immediately by St Helens, and so the chance for Auckland to attack right from the word go, and they're only 5 metres out from the St Helens line, so a terrible mistake made on the first tackle. St Helens running the ball wide just over the head of Swan. Swan able to get his pass away to Hoppy. Hoppy's got the ball down. Try, says Stephen Clark. So in the opening, 15 seconds of the game, that's all it's taken. One mistake by St Helens, and Sean Hoppy finishes in the right corner.
Well, when you're playing big matches like this, ball security is imperative. St Helens been made to pay, but have a look at the Warriors out wide there. I thought there was going to be a mix-up there between Matthew Ridge and Logan Swan, but they ended up coming away with it. Let's have a look again. Out wide, it was always on. There was only 3 defenders for St Helens out wide. It was just a matter of who was going to score the try. Sean Hoppy was the man, nearly blown, but he got over.
Back! Pick up it. 10 metres, fellas.
Another penalty goes to Auckland. Inside the 10, Stacey Jones thought about the quick tap.
2 points, fellas. Matthew
Ridge just decided that the cool head was better. I'll say, Stacey, hang on a moment, this is in front. This is an easier one for me.
Yes,
we'll take the 2.
Those little halfbacks, when a penalty comes like that, as you see, St Helens well offside there. They're going to be very careful. They can't afford to give away too many penalties, especially in front of the post when you've got a kicker like Matthew Ridge and also back up like Gene Namu. But those little halfbacks, they love taking that ball and going for those quick taps.
So the penalty in front of the post for Matthew Ridge. Money for old rope as far as the Auckland number 1 is concerned. No problems whatsoever for the Warriors skipper. Leoden Wright is the dummy half and runs it from dummy half and almost gets through. Didn't have support. A quick play the ball to Sid Iru. Iru barges for the line and gets it down over the white stripe. Try to Sid Iru. Smart thinking by, first of all, Leoden Wright, and then terrific work by Sid Iru, picking up that ball at dummy half, virtually on the fly and crashing his way over.
Yes, good work from Lee there. He's probably one of the most explosive players on the field. He saw that slight gap. Just watch his legs there as they pumped to try and break through, but no one was holding him down. St Helens have got to go in 2s and 3s and try and slow this play the ball down to give them time to set their defence.
Iru running it across field to Stacey Jones. Jones looking for a gap. Calls Namu back on the inside. He wrong-footed the ball. Wrong foot Steve Prescott and Gene Namu. A set move with Stacey Jones. Goes straight through and scores underneath the post. Terrific try, Gene Namu. He had a field day here on Sunday against Bradford, and he started in the right vein tonight with a try underneath the dot.
Yes, those little inside balls. Now, Stacey Jones running with the ball is very dangerous, and he's causing St Helens all sorts of problems. Beautiful move from Gene Namu there, slipping inside. When you run across like that, it's very hard to turn in defence, but St Helens, well, they look as though they haven't even got out of 4th gear.
Where it is now, Matt. Hold it there, hold.
Sidiru giving his pass away. They get to only 5 metres out now from the line.
That's 2.
Iru going himself from dummy half and almost getting through. Stacey Jones is the dummy half. Then away to Steve Kearney, back inside to Dennis Betts. Makes it look so easily. Just plants the ball next to the upright. Try to Dennis Betts and it's 22-0.
Well, you said it makes it look so easy. It is easy out there. Those boys are enjoying themselves too, because the Warriors will be able to try a few things tonight, and if they come off It'll look absolutely spectacular. Just look at the ease. The Steve Kearney drifts out. Now it's on. The two markers for St Helens just stand there looking at Dennis Betts. No one drifts across. Just watch the markers there. They just stand there watching. No one drifts across.
This is Logan Swan. Swan getting it away to cousin Anthony Swan. He's got Sean Hoppy on the outside of him. He gets away from Prescott. Run down from behind by Sullivan. Only 5 metres out from the line. Sean Hoppy running himself from dummy half. He's got it over the line, but did he get it down? He didn't. In fact, he's pushed back just short on tackle number 5. This will be a penalty and a player will go to the sin bin, surely.
No, I'm not kidding. You get back on the line.
Well, that to me was a professional foul. Steve Clark perhaps doing the right thing for Auckland. Gene Namu going in to score the easiest of tries. The second try, just taking the quick tap and Namu in to score, but St Helens perhaps getting some sympathy from the referee because that was a definite professional foul and they're very lucky that a player wasn't sent to the sin bin.
Yes, well, referee did signal 10 metres, and as you say, he was lucky not to get sent to the sin bin, but it's just so soft there for the Auckland Warriors. They can do what they want.
Hold, fellas, hold.
Now,
hold.
ball being played back by Auckland.
Off you, hang on, wait, off you go. Give it 10.
Now 10 minutes in the sin bin. Professional foul, Julian O'Neill and Sean McRae, the worried coach of St Helens. In fact, it's probably Leatham, I think he's... As a try is going to be scored by Sean Hoppy. Just a quick tap taken by Auckland, catching them a man short, and Sean Hoppy goes in to score his second try of the night, and they're making it a cakewalk.
Well, Brady Malin there offloaded a great ball. He's a young front row who's coming along and leaps and bounds, and him and Joe Wagner are working very well together, and Sean would love to be running off the front rows like that and scoring tries. He's such a quick player, Sean. He's got so much power when he runs. But there's Brady now taking 2 or 3 players with him, and he's always looking to offload Brady Malin. And Sean Hoppy was sniffing around there like a good winger should be.
What a first half it is for Auckland. Not a good first half for that man.
Hold it steady, Auckland. Hold it, Matt. Matt, don't move.
Scrum fed and won by St Helens.
It's okay.
This is Alan Hunt getting on the outside of the defence, being chased by Swan, but he gets away down the touchline. Alan Hunt, he'll get inside the in-goal area and score. Alan Hunt scores the first try for St Helens, and so Laurie Stubbing said they've never held a side to 0.
And they never will.
Another day.
Well, nothing better than popping out of the scrum and seeing your back spot like this. Alan Hunt, well, he turned Odin Ryan and also Logan Swan.
And so the Warriors have a 12 out from their own line.
Yes, Auckland weren't really tested with it. The defence is just standing staunch.
Stacey Jones running and getting clear. He's into the open spaces. Prescott coming back at him. He throws his pass back on the inside once more. It comes away to Odin Ryan. He's over the line. Can he grab it? Odin Ryan, he can. Length of the field try. Started by Stacey Jones and finished off by Odin Ryan. And for St Helens, as their players walk very slowly back, that is a heartbreaker.
Wow, from one end to the other, little Stacey Jones out wide. Let's have a look at it. Broken, easy tackle from St Helens. Just didn't have the legs to go, but Odin Ryan would probably be the fastest man out there on the field. Once he got hold of that ball, was always going to score, was nearly held up, but he's got plenty of strength, plenty of power, Odin Ryan. Just look at him pumping his legs. The defence come across. That's really been a turn against the tide for the Warriors.
10 metres out from the line, Duiru, then away from Endicott onto Matthew Ridge, inside to Odin Ryan. He's over the line, gets the ball back to Sidiru, and he'll put it down for yet another try for the Auckland Warriors. Sidiru, great backing up by the hooker. his shoulder and took the easiest of passes to score, but you have to give some credit too to Odin Ryan for unloading this pass to Iru.
Yes, what about the strength of Lee Odin Ryan? You know, he's got 2 and 3 players on him, and he's still able to offload. Good work here from Matthew Ridge. Takes 2 defenders with him also. Now watch Odin Ryan. He's got 3 players, and he's still able to stand there, offload a nice little ball.
Lee Odin Ryan. Odin Ryan getting through again, heading for the line, and that's a far try of the weight for Lee Odin Ryan. Bad trick for Lee Odin Ryan. And as he scores his third, Auckland go into the 50s. 52-6 it is with a kick to go.
Yes, great individual try here from Lee Odin Ryan. Backed himself really with the I was going to say he should have passed it out wide, but well, when you can score tries like that, why not run all day? And there he is, he saw the gap. He's just got tremendous power, hasn't he? He can brush off tackles, nice fend there, and St Helens just cannot handle this man.
5 metres from the line. Iru is the dummy half. From Sid Iru across field to Namu. In desperation gives it back across field once more to Stacey Jones, and Jones will go in and score. Didn't plant the ball down. He'll improve the position for his goal kicker, Matthew Ridge. 58-6 it is in favour of Auckland. And you'll get short odds and civility that it'll be 60-6 in only about a minute's time.
Yes, look at that Auckland side, you know, really nothing was on. They took a few wrong options, so we see those big locks of Mark Ellis flying behind him. Maybe that's what slowed him down. Maybe he needs a haircut, John, I don't know. Comes so close but yet so far to the line, but Auckland took a couple of wrong options, and yet they can still score a try. Throwing them willy-nilly, and this man here, Stacey Jones, saw the gap and went straight through. It's been a tremendous game from Stacey out there tonight.
The skipper, former skipper, Steve Kearney's on the blind as well, just got the ball now. He's just gone back on for Shane Endicott.
Steve Kearney giving it back to Mark Ellis. Ellis almost got over before. He was run down from behind by Anthony Sullivan. He's not going to be claimed this time, Mark Ellis. And his captain, no, vice-captain it would be, because Matthew Ridge is captain tonight. His vice-captain, Steve Kearney, setting up the try for Mark Ellis. Pushing through the tackle of short-long Steve Kearney, calling Ellis on the inside, and over he goes.
Nice little blindside move there. Steve Kearney is very good at this, fending off and looking to offload those one-handed passes. He's got big hands on him. He can hold on to that ball.
Across field from Steve Kearney. Through Jones, then to Namu. Gene Namu in to score yet another try for the Auckland Warriors. 68-6 it is.
Yes, have a look at the smiles on their faces. They know they've done a good job out there today. Those little cutout passes, decoy runners. Gutenberg, I think it was, that came in on that angle and took the players off. This man there, Gene Namu, who goes over for a very, very easy try. I saw one of the St Helens players kick the ball afterwards in disappointment, or really, they have been disappointing. But it's been a class effort and a great effort from this side. The Auckland Warriors, they're great.
A merciful ending as far as St Helens are concerned.
70 points to 6, 12 tries to 1. Gene Namu grabbing a hat-trick, and while that was a thorough humiliation for the English Challenge Cup champions, for Auckland it was a massive boost in their points differential, and they are now on top of the Australasian Pool A. Afterwards, Saints Australian coach Sean McRae didn't hold back too much as he looked back over a pathetic performance, one so bad he said he was reconsidering his career options.
They got us up the middle, they got us anywhere. They got us out wide, they got us on, you know, some good plays, and, you know, we were just unable to I think, compete with the pace.